guys, so lately I have been doing my brows a little bit differently, and you guys requested that I do an updated brow routine. So these are the products that I have been loving lately, and right now I'm just using the Anastasia number 12 brush and just using the spoolie end to comb through my brows and put them in place before I apply any product. Using a wax before applying any product has changed my brow game completely. I highly recommend that you use a wax prior to putting in any product so that you can actually put your own hairs in place and see where you need to fill in your brows. So this is perfect if you have sparse brows or areas where it's more full, then you can really see where you need to place that product. And you can see that I just need to place that product at the front of my brow, so I do very light upward motions to look like brow hairs, and then I gradually fill in the rest of my brow. I don't need to do the center of my brow because that's where my hair is concentrated the most. I like to use a pencil so that I can create a nice light line on the top and bottom of my brow, kind of like a stencil, and then I just fill in the areas that need to be filled in with that pencil. Next, I'm going to go back in with that spoolie, and this is going to evenly distribute that product, plus give you a gradient effect on the front portion of your brow. To help further define my brows, I'm just going to take the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade and that same number 12 brush and just create a line on the bottom and also draw in the tail of my brow. This will help create that gradient effect since it is a slightly darker than the pencil that I'm using. So it just naturally creates that gradient effect without having to press too hard on that pencil and make it look too harsh. Setting your brows is an essential step. I love the Benefit Gimme Brow because it adds some fibers and that creates a more natural looking brow, plus fills in areas that I may have missed. To get that crisp, defined brow, just take a concealer of your choice. I like using the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in a couple shades lighter than my natural skin tone, and a Sigma E15 brush. And this is a flat definer brush, and I find it perfect for sculpting out your brows. And I'm just taking that lighter shade of concealer and just putting it underneath my brows, drawing it down, and then blending everything out with my finger. Using a concealer that is a couple shades lighter than your natural skin tone will give you a natural highlight effect. This step is optional, but I do like to further define my brows sometimes by applying a concealer on the upper portion of my brow, and this will clean up any mistake as well. I like using a concealer that is the same shade as my skin tone. You can also use your foundation for this, but I like using a concealer because I find it makes it even more crisp and sculpted. After applying the concealer, I like to use my beauty blender to blend that concealer into my foundation so that I don't have any harsh concealer lines. So that is my finished brow routine. I hope you guys learned something from this video. My number one recommendation is to use a wax prior to applying any product so that you can actually see where you need to fill in your brows, and this will give you the most natural looking brow. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.